So you've already listened to the feature packed list that the Syros comes loaded with, but the Key Fob has its own specialty or a hidden feature, packed into it. So let's see what it is. So all you need to do is take the Key Fob, long press the unlock button, see what happens. See, the ORVM opens up and all 4 mirrors come down. So this is a really useful feature in a day like this when we have the car parked right underneath the sun and you don't want to get into a heated oven. So you would actually bring all the 4 windows down, let the car cool down, and then enter into the cabin. So that is a very thoughtful feature done by Kia. And to roll back the mirrors back into place and to fold the ORVM, all you need to do is long press the lock button. See, all the mirrors are coming back up. So this is a really useful feature among other loads of features that have been packed into the Syros to make it an absolutely stunning value proposition. Hi there guys, welcome to Dino's World. Happy Republic Day to all of us, and guess what? Kia have absolutely landed a missile to take on the competition or absolutely decimate them. This is the Syros. That's how you pronounce it. Some people call it Syros, but it's actually Syros, named after one of the Greek islands. I don't know why they went with that name, but it kind of looks cool and also sounds cool. But today we're going to find out what all Kia have packed into this to make it an absolute stellar value proposition. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, the EV9 reference or the reference point or the resemblance is clearly evident, especially from the front. The EV9 design silhouette, the magnanimous, majestic or magnificent front end, it looks more pronounced on the EV9, but here it is like a mini EV9 and a little bit of Fiat Panda kind of design silhouette, if you can recall the previous concepts, a little bit of punch resemblance. But eventually this is here to take on the likes of the Venue, the Nexon or the Brezzas, and in fact it is actually going to sit between the Sonnet and the Seltos. That's the gameplay. I don't know what they were trying to achieve here, because the Seltos is a great value proposition, so is the Sonnet, and still they found out a way to actually sandwich this between the Seltos and the Sonnet. So I don't know what is or who is the target audience here, but in terms of features, the value proposition, this thing comes jam-packed. So first of all, monocoque chassis, front wheel drive SUV based on the K1 platform, and this one ain't no DRL. For a change, you don't have the tube light wala DRL that many people don't seem to like. You have this Kia branding beautifully imbibed in brushed aluminum finish, adds on to the premium feel. It sits well there. This one looks kind of empty here. The grill is, radiator grill is down below right over there. It has a skid plate kind of a feel, and a triple ice cube layout for the LED headlamps right here. The DRL is actually right over here, sits right next to the ice cube triple headlamp layout. Bonnet lines, well, it is kind of cute and cuddly in one angle, but you do get a hood bump right over here to highlight a little bit of muscle factor that's lurking underneath. Two powertrains to choose from. So one is the tried and tested turbo GDI turbo petrol, 3-cylinder turbo petrol that's seen in the i20, the Venue, and even the Sonnet. Yeah, so the 1-liter 3-cylinder turbo petrol puts out 120 PS of max power, 172 Newton meters of max torque, 2 transmission options, 6-speed manual or the 7-speed DCT. The 6-speed manual will be enthusiast delight. So that's kind of a special factor right over there. Then you have the tried and tested 1.5 liter turbo diesel that puts out around 114 PS maybe, and 250 Newton meters of torque. So that again comes with 2 transmission options, 6-speed manual or 6-speed torque converter. So torque converter, lesser hassle, more reliability, completely kind of at least less of maintenance hassles with the torque converting gearbox. So which one would you choose? Feel free to comment below and let me know. This has a very new kind of color scheme. I'll quickly run you through the 360-degree walk around of this new design silhouette. It has a new design language again, and believe it or not, this one is really tall. When you sit inside, you feel you're sitting in a proper SUV. This is almost as tall as a Marazzo, going by some of the images that I could see online. So that is saying something. Again, the front end feels nice and imposing, futuristic, and a fresh design language being brought to the segment. So the profile. Now, profile is something that is kind of a hit and miss with some of the audience. Yes, it's a boxy design, especially this part. This looks a little out of sorts. Maybe they wanted a retro element right over there, so they had gone with the body cladding or the flared wheel arches and the body cladding in that kind of a shape. But this part looks good. The undercladding, plush door handles again have a premium feel to it at this price point. Body colored ORVMs or outside rear view mirrors, integrated blinkers. The B pillar is kind of integrated into the bodywork. That's a neat touch right over there. Roof rails are far more pronounced to give you a proper SUV kind of a feel. A little bit of Skoda Yeti being recalled from this particular angle as well for all you old school SUV lovers. 17-inch rims, 17-inch, massive 17-inch wheels, and disc brakes all around. That's another plus. So there you have it, 215 by 55 R17. So diamond cut alloy wheels or whatever it is, it looks good, goes well with the design. Then there's also a red color, I believe, which is gonna look a lot more sportier, more flashy. You have the Syros badging right over here. It's a little, yeah, so I think this is better. Syros badging right over here. The tail lamp cluster again has a vertical layout here. Again, this is another kind of actual tail lamp cluster. This maybe is basically a reflector and the turn blinker. Stop lamp right over here. A very less pronounced spoiler. It is a spoiler, integrated spoiler, but it doesn't seem very pronounced when you look at it from far. Then the shark fin antenna. And do we have a rear skid plate kind of a feel to it? Yes, we do get a rear skid plate kind of a feel. 7-speed DCT badging right over here. So this sums up the design. Is it a hit or a miss? What do you guys think of the design? Do you prefer this over the Sonnet, over the Venue, or the Nexon, or even the Brezza? Feel free to comment below quickly and let me know. And next we're going to look into the interior part. So let's just dive in. So once you move in, again you're greeted with this very sensibly laid out, not too flashy, very elegant and classy kind of color theme here, with this grayish, you have gray here, silver here, ventilated seats up front for the driver as well as the passenger. You also have power adjustable seats, but the best part is even the second row gets ventilated seats. How cool is that? That's really incredible. Again, the massive 30-inch Trinity screen. Yeah, not Infinity, it's Trinity screen. It's a Trinity screen. So they say 12.3 inch. There's a 5-inch display in between. So that makes it a 30-inch display. It is a Trinity display. And one thing I'd like to highlight here now, another thing is this steering wheel setup. It has a premium feel. It kind of sets itself apart from the rest in the segment. It looks cool, looks functional, has all the controls here, including the driving mode button right over here, traction control button right over here, making it a lot more accessible. Again, look at the fit and finish. Again, chunky kind of door handles here, making you feel that you're in a SUV. Ventilated seats button right over here, and you have the other controls for the power windows. All are one-touch power windows for all 4 doors. Again, Harman Kardon speaker system all around, including a center speaker right over there. It sounds absolutely stunning. Really immersive audio for all you audiophiles out there. A massive dual pane sunroof. That is another plus for letting in a lot of light and also making you feel cool and premium. And let's actually jump in. This is the display. Now let me zoom into this. See, it is a little bit reflective. Dare I say that it is the truth. So even if you want to move among the the menu here for the, see, we have the compass, press OK to hit the settings. But this is the 5-inch middle screen here, sitting between these two 12.3-inch screens. Now they could have done away with, see, look at how reflective it is, because we are right underneath the sun. Now I can help you guys further by closing the sunroof to make it a little more darker here. So sunroof is closed, so it's still very reflective. So that, look at it, it's completely, I am visible in this with the camera. The entire seat is visible. So that is something that might work against this. Now let me check whether the brightness is completely on or not. We'll go back to settings and go to, see, it's completely reflective. Now let's go to display. Brightness is full, and still there's so much of reflection happening. See, even this one, it's under the hot sun. The summer is what is coming up now. It's going to be really tough to read off this display. Another thing, you have driving modes, the button right over here to switch between eco, normal or sport. It has different animations, but they could have changed the font and the layout as well. That is something they have left out, maybe for future upgrades. You also have traction control mode between snow, mud and sand. Okay, we'll just keep it in mud for now. That's okay. And anything, that's not much of a big deal. And then the buttons. So these are the buttons here. You have the cruise control button right over here, the lane keep assist, ADAS functions, yeah, volume control here. So sometimes it's like confusing, like these guys interchange it. Sometimes the volume button is here, sometimes the menu buttons are here. So it's the other way around. The menu controls are here, the volume button and the FM station changing button is here. You can call, and I mean in the phone controls are here. Now Here are the buttons for media and setup. These are dedicated buttons. So you have mode button right over here for the aircon vents. You can reduce or decrease fan speed. Fan speed is at 1 and it's very effective, trust me. Even at 1 it's really effective. The aircon vents are embedded into the dash, so it is cooling the cabin fine. But since what I saw in the Kylac, they had really large AC vents, so they have more power to cool the cabin much more effectively, quickly, because these are slightly sleek and less pronounced. I think they might not be able to cool the cabin as effectively or as quickly as that of the Kylac, but Kylac is left far behind in terms of features that they have packed into this one. You have Type-C charging right over here, Type-C again here, push to open this slot. It's all cleverly done, I mean very seamless. So that's a futuristic touch. Again, a massive slot for wireless charging. Let me just slot my phone in and see it charges. Yeah, it starts charging almost instantaneously. This knob reminds me of the knob that we see in the Creta, so that's blacked out, but here it is a little bit of off-white and grayish kind of display. Again, start stop button right over here, parking sensor button right over here, 360-degree view. Let's see. Now here we have different types of views available. Again, they have used the 12-inch screen to the max. You have top view display, you have this 360-degree display. This one is better. I mean, the video clarity, the camera resolution, nice and crisp. And okay, we can go down only up to this point and keep rotating to give the angle to check your surroundings as to what's happening around you. And go into settings. You have all the other fine-tuning settings that you can play around with as per your preference. For now, let's get back into this. The display is nice and fluidic. It has good touch response, no doubt about it. Harman Kardon system. So let's see how the audio settings are. So go to sound, and here is the equalizer. You just get a 3-band equalizer, so that's a little sad. There should have been at least a 5-band equalizer. Another thing that you need to disable if you're not a fan of ADAS, it comes with ADAS level 2. That's another thing. Front and rear camera for 360-degree camera, and the variant below this has a dual dash cam, just like the Venue's N-Line variant. Yeah, so it has a dual dash cam for interior as well as exterior capture. So then once we get into settings, here you get vehicle, driver assistance, and here you have driving convenience, driving safety. Now get into driving safety. Here you have lane safety, so the lane keep assist keeps intervening to keep you in the lane, so that becomes a little creepy after a while. So if you want, you can turn it on. If you don't want, you can turn it off. And even the forward safety, so I keep them all off. That's what I prefer. Or you also have driver attention warning and all those things. I just turned everything off except for the blind view monitor. Now what makes blind view monitor such a lovely feature is because you turn the left indicator, you have a blind spot highlighted in the this thing display to make sure no one takes you by surprise. Similarly, right indicator, before you take a right, you can check that no one's in the blind spot before you make that right turn. So these features make things a lot more safer. Hazard light switch, and you do have a very good quality key. So this is the key fob that you get. It is very premium, has a good feel and touch feel to it. It has various functions. I'll try to demonstrate them to you. So guys, moving on to the second row. This is reclined seats. This has again ventilated seats, ventilation function. So that's again first in class. And recline angle, you have reclinable seats. You also have that seats that can be slided forward or backward. And then you have dedicated air vents, air purifier, dedicated charging slots, Type-C charging slots. And look at the dash from here. It looks so damn premium. It does look premium, man. And even the steering wheel, it kind of reminds me of the Defender too. I mean, being inspired from the Defender. And can 3 adults make it at the back? Maybe it's a squeeze for quick runs to the mall, shopping or multiplexes, but for long hauls, I think it's best suited for 2 adults and a kid in between, because there is a hump right over here. So the 3rd adult might not feel so comfy. So you do get armrest with sturdy cup holders, scooped out seat backs, truck loads of legroom, magazine holder right over here, scooped out seat backs for optimized legroom. Again, headroom. Oh God, huge. Even people beyond 6 feet can feel comfortable here. This is something that you need to watch out for if you're beyond 6. You do get a grab handle, dedicated reading light, a hook to hook on your shopping bags, and the best part of it all has to be this one, a sun blind. That is a lifesaver if you have a family, you're traveling on a road trip, you have your wife and daughter, you know, sleeping or just relaxing in the rear seat. You don't want people to peek into the cabin, so this kind of saves the day. And in summers, this is an absolute necessity, man. So kudos to Kia for including it at this price point. Now let's go ahead and check out the boot space. Here is the boot, the tailgate. You have the camera right over here, if you can notice. Yeah, this is the camera. Oh, the tailgate is really heavy. Talks about the build. So safety rating, the Bharat NCAP safety rating is not yet out. It's going to be impressive because it's really heavy tailgate, man. It's built like a tank. I just hope they get a good safety rating. But you have a woofer right over here. Again, 465 liters of boot space. Can you believe it? 465 liters of boot space. 60-40 split seats. You can fold them flat to make way for more room. That's incredible. You do get a boot light right over here. Spare wheel is underneath. So, oh God, this takes quite an effort to actually close. So that sums up the interior and the exterior. Ground clearance, I have to tell you, 190 mm. Can you believe it? 190 mm of ground clearance. That makes it stand like a proper SUV. And safety, 6 airbags, hill climb assist, vehicle stability management, electronic stability program, 360-degree camera, front and rear parking sensors, you name it, this one has it. So kitna deti hai is yet another question. So the petrol automatic, which is the DCT, offers around 17.6 kmpl, whereas the manual diesel variant offers a stupendous 20.75 kmpl. That's seriously impressive for a car of this size, and that looks like a proper SUV that's built like a tank. And don't be surprised if it bags the 5-star safety rating also from Bharat NCAP. And did I miss the ADAS, Advanced Driver Assistance Systems? This gets ADAS level 2 as well. So adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, collision warning and whatnot. So all of this is well sorted. Price has not yet been announced, so maybe they've saved it for a particular date. The media drives are currently happening in Delhi. I was supposed to go, but my wife was not feeling well, which is why I had to stay back. But God arranged the drive here thanks to the Landmark Group. Head to Landmark Kia for quality service and the best deals on Kia cars. So now let's drive the car and see what it's truly made up of. How is the handling? How is the stability? How is the steering calibration? Everything is coming up in the drive impression that will be posted separately. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time, and do watch the drive impression without fail.